wait, that's not right. I really thought I had it. After my brother learned the summoning charm, it was constant Accio this, Accio that, cutlery flying everywhere. Quite unsafe, really. Huh. Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore. Still not working. Ugh. Oh, what did I do wrong this time? I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's not a complicated spell. I should be able to do it non-verbally. Why is this not working? Ugh. Oh, yes. Having a spot of trouble. I've mastered the charm using its incantation, but this is proving a bit trickier. Oh, perhaps I should... Oh dear, I shall get in trouble for this. I really have made a mess of things. If you could collect them and bring them to me, I can remove the charm. Now, to work out where I went wrong. But I must have confused the Latin word for feather with bird in my incantation, because when I opened my bag just now in the library, they literally took... Our meat told Madame Scribner they were my books flying around. So she said that if I caused her any more trouble, she'd write to my... My one work is fine, thank you. I can cast spells more complicated than this one without... Well, lesson learned. I certainly won't be practicing any charms in the library again anytime. I practiced all summer. I can cast spells more complicated than this one without speaking. What's so difficult about this one? I'm just going to keep at it. Oh, yes. And if you don't get it just right, the results can be, shall we say... Oh, I hope so. If I can get it, Professor Ronan's sure to be very impressed. You as well. Enjoy your first day. Once, I tried to cast Depulso non-verbally on a goblet in the Great Hall and ended up launching Professor Sharp's Yorkshire pudding into his face. He was not happy. Oh, hello. Nice to see you again. Thank you for asking. And I'm afraid everything's not all right. I may be in a spot of trouble with the library. Oh, hello. Thank you for asking. I'm Cressida, by the way, and I'm afraid everything's not all right. I may be in a spot of trouble with the Possibly. But where's the fun in simplicity? New charms and spells have to come from someone. Why, thank you. Somehow I don't think the librarian will see it that way. I collect the books and remove the charm myself, except this isn't the first time one of my charms has threatened a piece of the Perhaps you could get them for me. There are only 5. She won't be suspicious of a new student looking around. You see, I'm fond of creating my own charms. Thought I'd perfected my light as a feather charm to use on my library books. I need someone to collect the 5 books flying about the library for me. Not at all. Hogwarts doesn't teach non-verbal casting until the 6th year, and even then, many struggle with it. I'm simply trying to get ahead of the game. Oh, I'd very much appreciate it. One of the books is my diary. I'd rather it not fall into the wrong hands. Oh no, it's the headmaster and he's coming this way. The headmaster! I hope it's not about anything I've been doing. Oh, hello there. Welcome to Gryffindor. I'm Cressida. Something seems a little off with the headmaster. Oh, Professor, this is an interesting surprise. It's Bloom, by the way. Splendidly theatrical arrival to the sorting ceremony last evening. Made it in by the skin of your teeth. Is it true that you're Professor Fig's protege? Blast! I was hoping he might have given you some advice on non-verbal casting. My arms get so tired carrying them around all day. Charms, sir. Non-verbal spells. Might work on one that makes me disappear. Oh, what a relief. Thank you. They're not invisible. I mean, I've seen them about. Yes, sir. I'll happily take the heavy lot off your hands now. Oh, you're not at all who I thought you to be. Thank goodness some people are trustworthy. Certainly wouldn't want anyone but me reading my diary. Any luck finding my diary and the rest of my books? You might recall that I was trying to cast non-verbally when we met in the common room. Well, I mastered that. Should never have trusted them. And now I've taken to creating my own charms. Thought I'd perfected my light as a feather charm to use on my library books. Oh, to be perfectly honest, I don't think he meant any harm. I think he was impressed. Bragging on my behalf. Amit spends a lot of time gazing at the stars, but he knows a good charm when he sees one. One of them is my personal diary, and I'd really like to have it back before it falls into the wrong hands. They're not invisible, sir. I've seen them near the library. In fact, they help me with my, heavy books. Nothing, sir. Fine. I shall pay you. but you cannot begin to imagine what I shall be writing about you next. Well, they're as good as invisible to me, sir. Rotten little extortionist, holding my diary hostage. Well, don't you take to a broom quickly. Most impressive. A grabhorn allowing itself to be ridden? What sort of spell did you cast on that beast? Hippogriffs are such majestic beasts. Cannot imagine riding one. Seems an odd choice for wandering about outside your dormitory. Tragic about Professor Fig. I'm astonished that Ranrock was able to gain access anywhere near Hogwarts. Trolls. In the village. Never thought I'd need to worry about my safety whilst on a quick trip to the Three Broomsticks. You know that's a dark spell, right? Oh, one day I shall invent a spell as useful as Alohomora. That was nothing. You should see the charm I've been working on. Oh dear, pardon me. I'm quite close to perfecting my light as a feather charm. Not to worry. I'm practicing it far from the library this time. There must be a way to do that more quietly. Perhaps I could create a variation on a charm. Perhaps I should start brushing up on my Latin.